Hello, hello, I am Heather, aka Planner Mumsy. Join me as we do an overview of my 2024 planner lineup. Stay tuned. Hey y'all, so I wanted to do an update video on my current 2024 status of my planner lineup. What am I using? What's going on? I had done a couple of videos that I actually posted on YouTube, and then when I went to post my recent video, I realized that YouTube never uploaded them, and I'm not sure what happened. If for some reason they found some sort of issue while I was uploading it, and I never even checked, and I thought, my channel's been kind of quiet lately. That's why. So let's go ahead and get into what am I using, what has been working for me, what are my plans for 2025, and yeah, we'll go from there. Let's start out with the least used planner, and that would, I guess, technically be my on-the-go planner. This is housed in a pink Libertaz leather. You can find an unboxing video I recently did on this. Absolutely loving this. It's super durable and it's cute, so you know, that's a bonus as well. I basically kind of use it like I did my Hobonichi A6 Day Free. So this is a sterling ink, and this one is her horizontal. I wasn't sure. So this is her horizontal. I'm just using the monthlies. So I take my main planner and make sure that this and my main planner have the same dates in it. They're the only two that are kind of technically super redundant as far as making sure that I always am transferring one to the other. It's just not realistic for me to carry a B6 around with me all the time. I really prefer to use smaller bags, especially with like my shoulder back type injury that I had in January. My bags tend to be on the lighter side and smaller, so they don't dig into my shoulders and everything. So I really love the Passport. It is working absolutely perfect for that. Literally the only thing I'm using it for is putting in appointments. Like if I go to the hairdresser, then I put in my appointment. If I'm doing massages like once a month, my next massage, I bring it and put it in here. Any doctor's appointments for me or any of my family, everything gets put in here in the monthly. And then honestly, I, for the most part, have only been using the weeklies for making like food lists and such. Sometimes I'll jot something down and I'll literally just go to the day that I'm doing it, and I just kind of use it like a free sheet. I'm not using this weekly as a planner in any way. This is why I really wish that it was more of a day free, where it just had like all the months in the beginning and then just a bunch of note pages to write whatever I want, but it doesn't. So I'm making it work for what it is, because I don't like making my own planners anymore. I like this sort of professional aesthetic that I get, and I'll actually zoom you guys in a little bit. I just like, you know, Sterling Ink's professional aesthetic that she has with her printing. And if ever I'm trying to like glue in and do, it's just not the same. And even like trying to write it in, it's not the same, and I just don't like it. So I way prefer to do it this way, you know, where I'm just using the monthly and then I'm just using the weeklies whenever I need to. And, you know, sometimes I'm making a to-do list for that day, like errands and stuff, and sometimes it's just like a food list, a shopping list, or what have you. So that is my on-the-go planner. It is in a pocket size. This current one is Libertaz. Absolutely adore this company. Super great to work with. I do have a 10% off code for them, so I will put that in the description. I get absolutely nothing. It is just a bonus for you guys that I asked for, so that just from watching my channel, you can get a nice little 10% off bonus from whatever you purchase from them. So that is that. Then this is new. I have not shown this on my channel at all and haven't talked about it, but here it is. So I am at a stage in my life, and this is going to be a wee bit of a chatty spot. So if you're not into chatty, just zoom past this. But I'm at a stage in my life where I'm super self-analyzing so many things. And, you know, in my medical journey and all of that, with everything going on, what I came to realize is I am by nature, and I'm not, you know, good or bad. You can take whatever whatever you choose out of this, but I am a hypercritical person, and it's good in some ways and it's very bad in others. And the hypercritical part that's bad is that, you know, I'm not a glass half full. I'm a glass half empty. And that's not a good thing. I need to really work on that part of me. And I'm 49 years old, and I'm like really just coming to this realization that, hey, this is something you need to work on. So journal reflection really wasn't working for me. And because I felt like it was like one or the other. There's such a performative part for journaling for me personally that I struggle with. One is I feel like everything has to be like sunshine and roses, which is not the reality of life. Or two, I'm this like super Debbie Downer, and it's like the most depressing book ever, and all I want to do is burn it when I'm done anyway. So I decided to start a different kind of book instead of journaling one way or the other like that. There's nothing wrong with doing that journaling, but it wasn't helping like my current situation. I really needed something for like personal reflection, something to be uplifted. You know, I needed to like end my evenings on a good note. And I need a more positive dumping place, I guess, but positive in the sense of it being real, you know, if that makes any sense. So basically what I did was, this is a sterling ink, and it's a, there we go. It's a lined notebook. And what I have sort of, and this was just sort of like therapy night, you know, I think I was a little bit stressed out one night, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to grab some stickers, and I'm just going to lay some stickers down. But so I dated my very first entry, but essentially, unless there is for me a reason why I feel like I need to date it, I'm not going to from here on out. This was just kind of more of a, this is like when I started it, and this is not an every single night thing, but it's a, hey, I need some time to reflect. I need to have some gratitude. I need some, you know, more positive reflection in my life. And so I will grab this. So this does sit with my planners. I have not bought a cover for it, and I don't plan to. This is a plastic cover, but I haven't bought, you know, like an expensive leather cover. I don't plan to. I'm just going to keep it housed in this plastic cover, which I think this is, yeah, this is a Lauren Phelps cover. And this is a standard size lined notebook by Sterling Ink, and there is 269 pages, lined pages. Now for me, I like lined now. I'm not sure if I would like lined quite so much like in my planner, but for like journaling and stuff, I prefer a lined notebook. So this to me was just, the best of both worlds. And it is Tomoe River paper. So then I started writing a children's book, and I sort of have a number of children's books in the works that I'd been working on for a long period of time. And so basically whenever I'm adding to a particular story or series, I'm going to put it in here just because for me that is sort of a positive reflection. And then, some of it is not some of it, a good portion of it, because I am a Christian, a good portion of it is faith-based for me. And and I'm not saying that that's what you need to do, but it's what works for me. And so basically I kind of went and, this was sort of a reflection based upon, say, something going on in that day. It's been really good for me, and it's been kind of eye-opening. So that's one in particular. And then, sometimes even just like, again, this is something that's nice to go back and to reflect on, that I'm thankful, and to just like list out some things that I'm thankful for. And sometimes it's like part of a hymn, or just like a verse that hits me differently. Just different things that I need to continue to reflect on, and I need to continue to work on me and to kind of try and change more towards, the positive side, because there's like a saying out there that you can have 10 positive things said to you and 1 negative thing said to you, and the likelihood is that you will absorb that 1 negative thing more than you'll absorb the 10 positive. So I'm trying to be more on that positive spectrum versus the negative spectrum. And again, it's a self-reflection. It's a hey, I need to fix me because I have been just too negative in my life, and I recognize that needs to change. Okay, so super long-winded. Sorry about that, but let's see. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is this real quick, and I have a full video on this one you can check in my past videos, but this is my health planner. And with my health planner, I have a couple of videos, talking about things that I have been struggling with lately with my health. I will just have a super quick update. I've recently had my thyroid lab work done, and all of my lab work for my thyroid now are in completely normal range. I am just so ecstatic about that, which means that everything that we're doing is working, and that just, I can't even tell you guys, it's been huge for me. I've had huge changes physically in my life. I've been able to start working out again. I do still have, a few residual things that we need to figure out and take care of, but I'm finally starting to feel like a real human being again. And the whole menopause thing, perimenopause thing, I think I'm less of a danger of killing somebody now than I was 6 months ago. Oh goodness. I heard somebody say something about perimenopause rage, and I was like, that's a thing. I'm telling you right now, that's a thing. So I am definitely feeling so much better, and I'm so, so thankful for it. I went the functional medicine doctor route. I am not going to say I'm completely done with allopathic medicine, but I'm going to be involved personally with allopathic medicine as minimal as possible because it just doesn't work for me, and this is working. I mean, I spent months and months and months and months on the allopathic pathway and was not getting any answers, was not getting any better, was just getting worse. Now I'm feeling better. My mental health is like 100% better. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and I'm just so, so thankful. But anywho, this is the Gillio, and this is the medium Amica. I never know how to say that. And this is, I want to say this is called Sand. I'm pretty sure. And it's real ostrich. It's not print. This was actually a premium Good Deals, and I got a crazy good deal for being full quill ostrich on the outside, and so I was super stoked about that. The only two things that I could find wrong are pretty minimal, and one of them actually, the more I've used it, it sort of disappeared, but there was like a teeny little spot right here that was kind of like a bit of a rub mark. And then there is a teeny little rub mark, which is hard to see, like right here where my finger is. And they're just so minimal for me that, and they're on the back side. I was like, for a couple $100 off on this planner, I will take it. I think I literally paid like less than $600 for this, which is huge for, like I said, for full quill on the outside. That's incredible. Now, I was using the blue one before. I went to this one just for a change because, you know me, I love changing out my covers and just like changing the aesthetic of my cover. I'm just trying to adjust the lighting a little bit. Let's see, more lighting is not better. Okay. So yeah, it's been super nice, and it's very, very soft and supple. I have my Planet Char. I want to say this was one of my, not my recent order, but one of my last orders. And then I have this little, these little pins, Gillio 25mm rings, as you can see. So I chose to use the FCC size because I like it better than personal. It's just a wee bit wider, but it's not as wide as a personal wide. So I like that. But with the Amica, it does stick out. The tabs do stick out on the side, but it doesn't bother me, so that's all that matters. So I've been fine with it, but just kind of keep that in mind. If you choose to use this size, side tabs will stick out, so you may want to, you know, stick to top tabs instead. But I made these dividers myself, and this is just I kind of like went with a flower and butterfly motif throughout the whole thing. And so basically, because I get into this in depth in its own video, I'm just kind of doing like a quick overview. I have like my monthly setup. I have my weekly stuff that I'm tracking. I do have my, I do like a daily exception journaling with my health, and that basically means if there's anything new that happened in that day, I will put, you know, I'll put like a small little paragraph blip in there. I do have like a shopping list for food. I have an exercise log that I just put in here and actually haven't even filled it out for this week. And then I just have a miscellaneous tab for like random to do stuff. And I have my tabs for my physicians, and then just some random paper and my little pocket thing at the back. And then it does have a secretarial pocket back here. And this is the gold and silver Gillio pen. I did change out the ink because I don't like the ink that they send. But that is that absolutely stunningly gorgeous cover that, of course, purposely matches really well with that. And then this is my everyday. Of course, my everyday stays home, but it is a B6. This is not a Gillio. This is a Vanderspec. This was a custom that I had made with this beautiful Rosa pink. And I did a Rosa pink and black interior. I thought I was going to save a bunch of money using a regular black leather or regular leather on the inside, and I didn't. And in hindsight, retrospect, I would just have done Rosa and not done the bicolor. Some people, this was a really stupid mistake of mine. I should have had her put the Rosa on the inside of the clasp too. So I have had to spray this with Apple Guard to prevent color transfer from the black to the pink ostrich. It's working. As you can see, there is no color transfer. Now, if I have to, like if this gets too thick and it starts pushing on this too much, I'll have to come out of this cover, because I think I will run a higher risk of color transfer from the black to the pink. So just keep that in mind when you're doing a custom. I just space cadetted out and did not do it. But for 2024, I'm using the Nisha Fernando Journey Planner. And I have seen her planners for 2025. I will not be using her planner again. I did add some extras in the front. This was back when I was doing stuff for Ferris Wheel Press. I am not PRing for anybody anymore currently, and whether it stays that way or not, I'm not sure. I think I would do a sponsorship, but I just don't, which I'm just too small. I mean, I'm just being realistic. My channel's too small for sponsorships, but I would do a sponsorship over doing PRing from now on. So yeah, I think that's kind of where I've gone with it, and otherwise I just don't really plan on doing anything anytime soon. Anyway, so I have this for when I did that, but I stopped, and so I really haven't updated that at all. And then I have some different goal stuff listed out, some things I've done, some things I haven't. I'm using the future plans pages for birthdays so that I can remember people's birthdays. Not really using the trackers in here. And I'm definitely not using the food logs, which I probably should, but I haven't been because I have a separate food log in here and I just prefer to use it in there versus in my regular planner. Then I have my monthlies, and in my monthlies I am listing, it's pretty much just appointments in my monthlies. And then we go to my weeklies. My weeklies all look the same because this is what works for me and this is what I just decided to do. So I keep, and this is just an old one, I keep the left side for jotting down notes. I keep the right side for making out lists for the week. And then I keep 3 boxes on the top so that I can have a bird's eye view of a weekly overview of what's going on for that week for appointments. And it just works for me because I basically can just look at this and be like, hey, you know, these are the appointments that I have this week. And my camera cut me off. So I was saying I leave the right side blank for writing, jotting stuff in. So anything that I need to take notes, the left side. The right side I use for my weekly lists, and then the top I'm using for my appointments. And it just works out for me. It makes it easy for me to just kind of only open to this one page and not have to be flipping through numerous pages for the week. I absolutely love just having everything right here. I can see my appointments. I can write out through my lists, and then I can take notes, and it's all consolidated in the week. That works perfect for me, and I'm just going to keep it that way. No matter what planner I go to, this is how I'm going to do it. And again, you know, some people will be like, well, why don't you just do Bujo then and make your own? I could, but I don't want to because, you know, like I barely have the time to come in and do this ahead of time. And I did do some, I'll show you like up ahead here. So like I've pre-planned into September, and I've cut this off so that I have this, I've laid out my dates, and I have my blank page over here. So this week is ready to go. And, you know, I think I've done it through October. And I plan on trying to finish it and get the rest of the year done. And so I don't have to think about it. Whereas it would take me an intensely long amount of time to draw out all of this stuff. And I just don't have the wherewithal for it. And I just like having like the printed, you know, dates on here, and I don't have to do that. The only thing I have to add is the stickers to kind of rearrange my page. I almost have it completely, you know, stickered for the year, and that's as far as my thickness has gone, which isn't too bad. So for me, it's what works, and it's what I'm just going to keep doing. This is next week. I'm going to the DC Pen Show. I'm super excited about that. I think this video will post when that is done because I've been batching videos, so I'm pretty sure you guys aren't going to see this until after. I'm already back from the DC Pen Show. Is basically what I'm doing and how it's working out for me. And then in the back, she does have her dated dailies, which have been good and bad. I like the dated dailies and I don't like the dated dailies. And I can show you why. Like, for the most part, you know, so like I have a day that I missed, you know, and a day that I didn't miss. And I kind of go through that like all the time, where I have a day that I, you know, didn't end up missing, and I have a day that I did, and then I have these like random pages in between where if I just had, like, say it was, you know, just blank pages all the way through, I could choose to just date the ones that I actually have time to write in, and then I'd have extra pages left over that I could use for whatever in the back. That's why I actually like the Sterling ink better, because I have that opportunity for that. Whereas with the Journey Planner with Nisha, as much as I do like her dated pages, I found this year I like them less than being completely blank and undated, and that's why my plan for 2025, I do believe, is to go back to the Sterling Ink Common Planner. Now, it's sort of a conundrum because there's like all these wonderful B6 planners this year. There's Faded, well, I can't remember if all of these have B6, but there is Faded Chronicle, you have Paper Tests, there's like Planner Monkey Co., there's so many. There's Estelle. I don't like Wonderland because I don't like the size of their planner, but the guts of their planners are decent. I just don't like, and I don't like that they lumped their months and their weeklies together. So that one's definitely out for me. But yeah, so there's quite a few out there. So that's my 2025 plan. I may try and find a passport in a different one instead. But again, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. Thankfully, with my health planner, I don't have to worry about it too much. And same thing with the gratitude notebook. I can just use a notebook. But yeah, my passport and my B6, I sort of need to make a decision on what I'm going to do, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to stick with Sterling ink for 2025 for my basic B6 planner. That is my plan for 2025. That's how things are working out for me now. I have a few pages in the back that, you know, I need to work on. I have a big D stash that I'm going to have coming up. Then in the back, I just have a couple of quick reference things that I need for my farm, and that is it. I don't have anything in the back pocket on this one. So that is it. That's my current lineup and my long chatty video, and yeah. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!